Go!
Hello, I'm Cadet Petkovich,
And I'm Cadet Ryan McGee.
and we're going to talk about some nutrition guidelines and that such. The vocab for the section that we are doing is the Dietary Guidelines for Americans, Foodborne Illness, and Percent Daily Value. Alright, first we're going to start off with sodium. Sodium is a necessary nutrient that helps control the balance of fluids in the body. It occurs naturally in salt and various foods and in many prepared sauces. It is also used extensively in processed foods to flavor or preserve the food. Most Americans eat much more sodium than they need, actually. So you can lower your sodium intake by using spices instead of salt and by using food labels as a guide. You guys all know how to use food labels. We'll have a little excerpt on that later. Okay, caffeine is next. Caffeine is a substance that stimulates the nervous system and can become habit-forming. It is an ingredient in power drinks, cola, some other soft drinks, coffee, tea, and chocolate. Caffeine stimulates the heart rate and the appetite. It can perk you up, but then it makes you feel drowsy so that you want more. For this reason, it's best to limit your intake of products containing caffeine. Does anybody in here drink products that have caffeine in them? Would you care to elaborate?
Coffee.
What kind?
What do you mean, what kind?
Coffee's
Coffee's coffee.
I drink coffee every morning.
Anybody else?
An occasional monster. I drink coffee.
Okay, coffee.
An occasional monster.
Okay, good.
I drink cola like a monster. It's
Hazel?
my addiction.
Root beer.
Unless you get caffeine-free kind.
No, there's no caffeine.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so you're wrong. Yes?
Do you guys know how addictive caffeine is compared to other illegal drugs?
I've heard that it's pretty bad.
I don't drink caffeine.
Okay,
I don't drink coffee either.
Dietary Guidelines for Americans. Dietary Guidelines for Americans are recommendations about food choices for all healthy Americans aged 2 and over. That is vocab, so can someone please read that again so we can get it fresh in our mind? Anybody would like to read?
We just read the first one.
Tomorrow. Cadet Trevor, would
It's
you?
on page 163.
Little highlighted blue thing there.
Dietary Guidelines for Americans are recommendations about food choices for all healthy Americans ages 2 and over.
Thank you. Walensky, can you give me one example of dietary guidelines for Americans? One of the key ways? Joe?
You should.
Stephen? Would you like to?
Yes.
Why don't you flip open your book?
Get the most nutrition out of your calories.
Anybody else?
I got one.
Okay.
All right. To find the balance between food and physical activity.
Okay. And, there's one more.
Make smart choices from every food group.
Okay. Thank you. Now, we're going to kind of hit on that one. Make smart choices from every food group. The best way to give your body the balanced nutrition it needs is by eating a variety of nutrient-packed food every day, like we just learned up with Ashlyn and Joe's production. Just be sure to stay within your daily calorie needs. A healthy eating plan is one that emphasizes fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and fat-free or low-fat milk and milk products. Includes lean meat, poultry, fish, beans, eggs, and nuts. Is low in saturated fats, trans fats, cholesterol, salt, sodium, and added sugars, if their lesson was not clear enough. All right. One of the ways that you can stay healthy is by having 60 minutes of exercise per day. And we're going to do 3 minutes of exercise right now, guys. Okay, so.
I just had a few musketeers.
Okay, so everybody stand up.
All right, stand
Okay, almost length away from your partner. Okay, we're going to do a minute of jumping jacks. Okay.
Can we dance?
Yeah, we should dance.
You got yourself. All right, let me do jumping jacks. Ready, set, go.
Good job. Good job. Keep the blood going.
You guys are 20 seconds. Doing great.
Good job. Keep going.
Run the camera, okay?
Cheers, man.
Come on, Marie. Back for her, boy.
Maybe you should perform.
All right, done. All right. Now a minute of push-ups, everybody. That was only 1 minute.
Oh my gosh.
All right, guys, everybody down. If you guys stop, you start naming as many healthy meals as you can.
Whoa, bossy.
Getting a lot more fruit.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Push-ups are hard.
Joey, start naming them.
I don't know any healthy ones.
Eggs.
Mango.
Thank you.
Fish.
There we go.
Sloth. Apples. Asparagus. Eggs. Lots of celery. As groups.
You guys are at 40 seconds. Keep going. Hey, start naming them if you're not doing it.
Pomegranate. Spinach.
Corn.
Faster.
Butter and salt.
Sweet potatoes.
I just made that unhealthy.
Blueberries.
All right, you guys are done. All right, stand up. High knees for another minute.
Oh my gosh.
If you stop,
Can we keep naming?
you go to your book and you find this little section right here, and you start naming off all the things that go with vitamin A, and then go with vitamin B once you're finished with A, so on and so forth. 3, 2, 1. High! Higher, Joey! Knickerbocker! Raise the knees.
I'm going to videotape you.
Come on. Up, 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 up. There you go.
Leafy vegetables such as spinach, dairy products, deep yellow orange fruits, and vegetables such as
Knees
carrots,
higher, Ashley.
I'm going.
Knickerbocker, Joey.
I don't like this.
If you guys don't raise your knees soon, I'm gonna have you read it while you're doing it.
Full grain bread and cereals.
Excuse me.
Fruits, cantaloupe, mangoes, tomatoes, cabbage, broccoli, potatoes, vitamin D, milk, fatty fish, eggs, celery, vitamin K,
Higher, Knickerbocker.
egg yolk,
Joey.
some cereals,
Literally 4 hours a day of football.
calcium, dairy products, dark,
Be young.
leafy vegetables, canned fish, and edible bones.
Alright. Good job, guys. That is only 3 minutes of the 60 that you have to complete a day to stay healthy.
That does not make me want to be healthy at all.
It just tires me out more. Some video games. He's ready for some pop.
Alright, don't give in when you go out. It's important to make smart food choices and watch portion sizes wherever you are. At the grocery store, in your favorite restaurant, or running errands. Try these tips. Would someone like to read one of the tips for me?
Okay.
Joe, why don't you go ahead and read the tip for me?
At a store?
At the store, plan ahead by buying a variety
I
of
asked
produce.
Joe.
You can do it.
163. Oh, at the store, plan ahead by buying a variety of nutrient-rich foods for meals and snacks throughout the week.
Steven, since you were so excited to share with us, why don't you read the second one?
Read the second one, please.
Of course. When grabbing lunch, have a sandwich of whole grain bread and choose low fat or fat-free milk, water, or other drinks without added sugars.
Trevor, why don't you read the third one for me?
I'm still trying to catch my breath.
Is that hard to do?
Nick Bacher, you want to hit that for me?
In a restaurant, choose grilled, steamed, or boiled dishes instead of those that are fried or sauteed.
Bean, last one for me.
On a long trip, pack some fresh fruit, cut up vegetables, string cheese strips, or a handful of unsalted nuts to help you avoid impulsive, less healthful snacks.
Okay, let's start.
Alright. Mix up your food choices within each food group. And there's 5 food groups here. The first one is focus on fruits. Second one, vary your veggies. Third, get your calcium-rich foods. Fourth, make half your grains whole. And the fifth one, go lean with protein. Now for the first one, focus on fruits. Eat a variety of fruits, whether fresh, frozen, canned, or dried, rather than a fruit juice for most of your fruit choices. For about 2,000 calorie diet, you'll need 2 cups of fruit each day. And someone give me an example of some fruits you can eat.
A banana.
An apple.
Apple a day.
A mango.
Blueberries.
Orange. Strawberry.
Guava.
Mango. Banana.
What's on this?
Grapes. Papaya.
No.
Pomegranate.
Yeah, pomegranate.
I don't like
Coconuts.
You don't like pomegranates?
Strawberries.
papayas.
No papayas?
I like pomegranate.
Okay, well,
Peach.
I don't honestly.
Blueberries.
Raspberries.
Alright guys, second group. Second group, vary your veggies. Eat more dark green vegetables such as broccoli, kale, and other dark leafy greens. Orange vegetables such as carrots, sweet potatoes, pumpkins, and winter squash. And beans and peas such as pinto beans, kidney beans, black beans, garbanzo beans, split peas, and lentils. Can anyone give me any other examples of
Spinach.
spinach?
Celery.
Cabbage.
Cabbage. Yours and broccoli.
Cauliflower. That's not.
It's kind of the same as broccoli, but
Oh, it's not, it's white.
Beets.
Beets.
Eggplant.
There's so many beans in there.
Asparagus.
it's in beets.
Brussels sprouts. Okra.
Get your calcium-rich foods. Get 3 cups of low-fat or fat-free milk, or an equivalent amount of low-fat yogurt and or low-fat cheese. 1.5 ounces of cheese equals 1 cup of milk. It's a good fact. And if you don't or can't consume milk, choose lactose-free milk products or calcium-fortified foods and beverages. So, who here drinks milk? Everyone's hands should be up.
Ash,
Joe,
and
are you
then
lactose intolerant?
Yeah, I can't
you
stand
hate milk.
Are you
Yeah, can't
lactose
stand
intolerant?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
disgusting.
Dude, milk is like nature's.
Once a year.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're missing out.
I love milk.
I don't know.
How much milk do you drink? You don't drink milk. No.
Used to drink a lot more. My dermatologist told me it's bad for your acne.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I used to
It's
drink
true. It does.
like 3/4 of a gallon.
I drink like an entire
I drink a
It
lot.
has a lot of sugar
Not
in
that
it, so
much.
it's...
What about you?
Milk has a lot of
Joey?
sugar in it.
I drink a lot of milk.
You drink a lot?
I drink so much.
A gallon a week.
There's a lot of sugar in it.
Colonel?
Hasn't?
I drink about a pint a day. I drink 2 big glasses for dinner.
About a gallon
I
every
like
2
milk.
days.
Alright, well, that's good that you guys are drinking milk.
About a teaspoon a day.
So,
Yeah, it's...
Not healthy, Jackson.
make half your grains whole. Eat at least 3 ounces of whole grain cereal, breads, crackers, rice, or pasta every day. 1 ounce is about 1 slice of bread, 1 cup of breakfast cereal, or 1/2 cup of cooked rice or pasta. Look to see that your grains such as wheat, rice, and oats, or corn are referred to as whole in the list of ingredients, and you can find that on the back of the package next to the nutritional facts labels. Usually find it there. Or on the front. Go lean with protein. Choose lean meats and poultry. Bake it, broil it, or grill it. And vary your protein choices with more fish, beans, peas, nuts, and seeds. So, why do we not want to fry our meats?
Because it gets a little fatty and oily?
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much the answer. Get the most nutrition out of your calories. For active females, teens, and males, it usually varies because male bodies and female bodies are made differently, and so we both need to consume different amounts of calories and nutrition every day. Female teens should consume 2,400 calories a day, and males should consume at least 2,800 to 3,200 calories a day. And in the dietary guidelines that one of our book have, define active as a lifestyle that includes physical activity equivalent to walking more than 3 miles per day at a pace of 3 to 4 miles per hour, in addition to the light physical activity associated with the typical day-to-day life. And you can use up your entire calorie requirements on a few high-calorie items, but chances are you won't get the full range of vitamins and minerals your body needs to be healthy. Throughout the day and through what you eat, you need to go easy on the foods that are high in fats, high in sugars, and high in salts, because we consume a lot of this stuff all the time, pretty much in all foods. So, and follow these guidelines to get the most nutrition out of your calories. Choose the most nutritionally rich foods you can from each food group each day. Those packed with vitamins, minerals, fibers, and other nutrients, but lower in calories. You need to eat foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, fat-free milk or low-fat milk, and milk products, and sometimes more than that. Choose foods that are low in saturated fat, trans fat, and cholesterol, and moderate in total fat. Foods with high in saturated fat, such like butter or whole milk, and trans fat, such as cookies, chips, any kind of processed foods, pretty much. Those will raise blood cholesterol levels. Choose the beverages and foods to moderate your intake of sugars. So keep your sugars at a medium level. You need a certain amount of sugars, but you don't want too much and you don't want too little, or else you're gonna either have a lot which you don't need, or you won't have enough energy throughout the day. Soft drinks provide a lot of calories, like sodas, things like that, but they hardly have any kind of nutritional value in them.
Stay here.
Sugary drinks like sodas, they also contribute to tooth decay. It's another thing you don't want. And try to limit your intake in foods and drinks like that. Foods that have extra added sugar, and on the packaged foods you can see if it does, and it's listed as sucrose, corn syrup, honey, fructose, or other sweeteners that are listed first or second. These foods are high in sugars and they're listed with that. You need to prepare foods with less salt, because earlier when we were talking about effectively what we're talking about. We consume too much sodium. Usually an average American consumes too much sodium. And that can contribute to high blood pressure and can cause calcium loss. And if you normally add salt to food, try using herbs such as basil or oregano or spices or paprika instead of salt. Health skills activity, assessing information. Talks about how the reading the food label, following information is provided on all nutritional facts, depends. And use this information to compare foods and choose wisely. You can look at almost the same kinds of foods, and you can substitute other foods for things that have high calories and sweeteners and things you don't need. It talks about serving size in your book on 166. It shows you a nutritional facts label. And on all of the nutritional facts tables, it will tell you serving sizes, calories, nutrients, and percent daily value. And how many grains fat it has, what percentage of total daily sodium, and all the vitamins and minerals that are in there. Play it with safe foods. You need to know how to prepare and handle and store food safely. Let's see how good you guys are. How do you store raw meats?
Refrigerated.
What about dairy products?
Refrigerated, except if it's unopened cheese blocks, because then you can store them at room temp.
What about your grains?
In the pantry.
In a dry, climate-controlled area.
You want it sealed or not sealed?
Sealed.
Bugs. What about your breads?
In a non-moist or hot environment, also sealed.
Okay. What about your fruits?
Fruits, Alex?
You guys got about 10 minutes.
You'd have, I don't know, we store them like in a basket, like kind of like on your counter.
And that also depends what kind of fruits they are.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
how
it's
long
long,
you want
if
to
you
keep
do
them.
it
For short term, on a countertop's good, but then for long term, refrigerate them.
Things like berries, you fridge. But apples, bananas, oranges, things like that. They can be stored on counters for short periods.
Take from here. All right, Stephen, why don't you go ahead and read me definition of foodborne illness.
A sickness that results from eating food that is not safe to eat.
That's a vocab word, so make sure you guys get that drilled in. Jackson, why don't you read that again?
Foodborne illness. Sickness that results from eating food that's not safe to eat.
All right. And Ashton, why don't you read me the vocab percent daily value?
The percent of the recommended daily amount of a nutrient provided in a serving of food.
All right.
The best way to prepare food, handle food, you have clean hands, you have clean food contact surfaces for your fruits and vegetables, and avoid spreading bacteria to other foods. Meat and poultry should not be washed or rinsed. And you need to separate the raw and the cooked. Like, you don't want to use the same fork that you're maybe using to cut up the raw meat and use it to flip the cooked meat, because especially pork. And ready to eat foods while shopping and preparing or storing. Cooked meat, poultry, and fish, you have them safe internal temperatures to kill microorganisms. And chill perishable foods, and raw foods properly.
Alright, can someone tell me who a vegetarian is?
Someone who doesn't eat meat.
Does anybody know someone personally who doesn't? Don't say their name, but a relation.
Father.
Friend.
So, vegetarians are all around us. Some people are vegetarians for religious or cultural reasons. Others make this choice because of their concern for the environment or for how food animals are raised or slaughtered. Many people become vegetarian for health reasons. I know a vegetarian that saw a video about how meat is made and cooked and where it comes from, and that changed their whole mind about being a meat eater. So, I know how to do it. Vegetarian eating plans. No matter which plan a person follows, a vegetarian eating style still involves choosing nutritious foods. There's a plan named lacto-ovo-vegetarianism. The foods included are dairy, foods and eggs, and 2 foods from plant sources. Lacto-vegetarianism, dairy foods in addition to foods from plant sources. So, plant sources are like vegetables and lettuce and such. Ovo-vegetarianism is vegetarianism. Eggs and foods from plant sources. Fortified soy milk and soy cheese are often substituted for dairy products. So this is, I guess, basically without really real dairy products. And vegan, or vegan, whichever one. Vegan? Foods from plant sources only. Fortified soy milk and soy cheese are often substituted for dairy products. Alright, we'll just do that. So, alright, if you get a question right, you get a healthy cracker.
Bonus points for that.
Oh, okay. What are 3 keys to a healthy lifestyle outlined in the Dietary Guidelines for Americans? Jackson.
Make smart choices in your food groups. Finding balance between food and physical activity, and get the most nutrition from your calories.
Nice job. Good cracker.
Do they get extra points for having the healthiest snacks?
Yes. Alright, we can define the foodborne illness, and how can foodborne illness be prevented?
That's when you eat something that's bad, and you can prevent it by cooking your food all the way through and only eating stuff that's safe.
Good.
That's nice. Oh, thanks, man.
Be healthy. Okay, name 2 foods in each of the 5 food groups identified in the Dietary Guidelines for Americans.
Make smart choices from every food group. You say name 2.
Name 2.
Find your balance between food and food. He just said that.
What?
Hazel just answered this question like 2 seconds ago.
No, the 3 keys to a healthy lifestyle were what he answered. Yeah, 2 foods in each. Alex, why don't you go next for the? I know you want to crack the bow, so.
Good question here.
Name 2 foods in each of the 5 food groups identified in the Dietary Guidelines for Americans.
It's on page 164.
All right, while he's looking that up, I could do 15 or 14.
Someone needs to select 2 of these 4 food substances: fiber, sodium, caffeine, and sugar. Explain whether or not they are components of your daily food.
Sugar and caffeine. And then caffeine shouldn't be eaten in large quantities. And same with sugar. It's good in low doses.
I just want this grain, don't you?
I sure do.
All right, go ahead with yours.
Alright, 2 examples of fruit are orange. Examples of veggies is beans or kidney beans.
Calcium-rich foods could be a cup of milk or 1.5 ounces of cheese. Your grains could be pasta or bread, and your protein could be fish or meat.
Give the men prize. What's your lunch? All right, think about your own food choices. What food groups do you need to eat more from in your eating plan? What food groups do you need to cut down on? Steven, why don't you answer that one for me? I see Ryan is. Think about your own food choices. What food groups do you need to eat more from in your eating plan? And which ones do you not need to eat as much as?
Grains.
Maybe I shouldn't give you a cracker. All right, why don't you guys pair up?
Pull out a piece of paper
Yeah, pull up.
and pair up.
Can we triple
We got 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes.
Don't get out a piece of paper.
All right.
Converse one
Summarize and close it up. Y'all did a great job.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, so basically the summary of our lesson was to make sure that you live a healthy lifestyle by choosing the right foods and doing 60 minutes of activity a day. Trevor, thank you. Okay.
All right, give him a round of applause. Yay!